To begin creating a collaborative Google document, you'd first want to title your document. If you click on the untitled document, you may rename it to anything. We're going to call ours the test narrative writing document. Now that we've titled it, we're going to make sure that we share it with our collaborators. If you click on the upper right-hand corner in the Share button, you'll see this box that comes up and you can type in the names of who you'd like to share your document with. Make sure that you keep it as can edit so that all collaborators can work on the document together, and don't forget to share it with your teacher so that you can monitor student work. Now I'm going to show you how you can use the editing, suggesting, and commenting features on Google Docs to give students feedback and help them collaborate with their writing. If you go to the right-hand corner, you can see this menu where it says editing with the pen. If you pull down the menu, there are a couple options: editing, suggesting, and viewing. We're just going to focus on the top two right now. If I were to edit the document and leave it on this, you could directly change what the students have worked on. So if I look right at the date and I want to delete this right here, it would change it completely. However, if I wanted to let my student know that I wanted that change, but let them do it, I could move my editing menu to the suggesting. When I do that, if I were to delete the TH in the 20th, it shows now on the comments side that I have deleted that. When my student goes back to open this document, she'll see that the comment. When the student goes back to open the document, they will see in the right-hand margin that I have suggested they delete the TH from the date. If they would like to approve this suggestion, on their end, they'll see the same check mark and X. If they were to click the check mark, on their end, it would then accept the suggestion. Moving down in the essay, I've noticed that the student has written the entire body of the essay in bold. However, that's not necessary for this. So instead of unbolding the whole thing for her, because if you do that on the suggesting tool, watch what happens. Your whole paragraph, all your paragraphs are now outlined in this green bracket. Sometimes that gets a little confusing when you're editing. So if I were you, I would do the following. I would just click on the first word of her essay and I would make a comment and just say, the body of the essay does not need to be bolded. Please unbold. Now when the student opens this essay up, they will see my note here and they can go ahead and highlight their whole essay and unbold. Another thing that you can do is, if I were to want to comment on this student's text evidence, I could highlight what I'd like to comment on, and then if I were to click this little notepad, it directly comments on the part that I have highlighted. Great work finding text evidence to support your claim. Once again, when the student opens this document, they will be able to see what I have put on their document. Now, if I'd like to correct grammatical errors, let's say I want to add a comma here before the quotation, and I want to delete this comma. So I can, since I'm still on the suggesting mode, everything's going to come up in green, and it'll then give the student the opportunity to go back and make those edits without me doing it for them. I think that the suggesting mode in the editing feature on Google Docs is great for teachers to use with their students because it gives the students ownership in making those edits for them. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if I were to remove this comma here, it now pops up in the margin and I want to add this comma. after says, it'll say that I've added the comma. Once again, when the student opens the document, they will see these dialog boxes and they will be able to accept the comment or suggestion or reject it. The editing features on Google Docs can not only be used by the teacher, but can also be used when students are collaborating on narrative writing with each other. Students can leave comments for each other in their work, and they can also make suggestions or edits when going back up to this menu. It is important that students are familiar with each of the different options so that when they are working together, they know which tool is most appropriate when editing or commenting on their peers' work.